Assalamualaikum and welcome back to my mechanical workshop, the JoRW 20 mechanical workshop. And now is the time for the hands-on session. And I will be teaching on how to use a CAD software, especially a Tinkercad software. Well, Tinkercad is a free and a web-based type of CAD software, so you don't need to download anything. Just simply go to your browser and search for Tinkercad, Tinkercad, and just hit the enter button on your keyboard. It should be the first on the list. This is the official website, www.tinkercad.com. So just click the first link here and it will take you to the Tinkercad website. So this is the Tinkercad website. So before we start with 3D modeling, we must first create an account, right? So to create an account, just click the join now button here on my top right in the screen. Click it, and I would prefer you if you create a personal account. So just click this one button, and you can either sign up with an email or sign in with your Apple account. So in my case, I will be using Google account, and I will be choosing the first email because I already make the account with my email. So this is the interface of Tinkercad. If you look to the left, we can see that there's three type of what we call it software. We have 3D designs, we have circuits, and we have code blocks. In my hands-on, I will be teaching you on how to do 3D modeling. So we'll be using the 3D designs. Circuit software is where you want to create virtual circuits, and code blocks is when you do your programming. So circuits and code block will be taught by my fellow Jazarians on the next day. So I will not be touching on these two software. So let's start with 3D designs. First, you click the 3D design button right here, and it should load all your previous project that you have done. So this is mine. And to create a new design, just click the button right here, create new design, click it, and it should take you to another interface, which is the Tinkercad 3D design interface. So this is the 3D design interface. Okay, first, before we start our project, I prefer you if you change the name of your project. Just change it. For me, I will change it to like hands on test. Okay, this is where you change your name for your project. And then we have a work plane. So a work plane is actually like a thin sheet where you put your 3D model on top of it. So this is your workplace lah. And you can move your workplace around. So how do we move your work plane? Well, there's two ways. The first one is as you can see here, we have a small box on top left in my screen, right? You can just simply click top to view the top, or click the button, the arrow right here to view the front and the bottom, or you can just hold your left click and drag the box anywhere you want. Maybe you want to see an angle right here, or you want to see the top or even the back. You can do so. And the other ways to move the work plane is just simply right click your mouse on the work plane, hold it and move it anywhere you want. Simple, right? And what if I want to move the whole work plane up, down, left or right? So there's a way. You uh, you you uh, you enter no 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 you click the shift button and plus with the right click on your mouse, hold it together, and then you can move it up, down, right and left, or anywhere you want. See, as simple as that. Shift and right click on your mouse, hold it together, and you can move it around. Are we clear? Okay, next, I think that my work plane is a little bit small. So if I have a small work plane, meaning that my space is limited, right? So I cannot do much modeling on the work plane. So how do I change the size of the work plane? Well, you can just click the edit grid on the left, on the bottom here, click it, and then of course the units on my hands-on I will be using the millimeters. There's inches and brick, but I will be using the millimeters. Okay, here is where you can change the width and length. If I'm not mistaken, the maximum number that you can put for width and length is 1000. So let's just put it to the max. 1000 times 1000, and then just click the update grid. 1 2 3, voila. Now our work plane have become larger, right? And you notice that I can zoom in and zoom out. So how do I zoom in and zoom out? You have a scroll. You can use the scroll button on your mouse. To scroll up is to zoom in, and scroll down is to zoom out. Or you can simply use this button right here, plus and minus button right here. Plus is for you to zoom in, and minus is for you to zoom out. Okay, next, if we zoom in, and zoom in, we can see that there's a small box here, right? Well, if you can see, the snap grid is 1.0 millimeter, meaning that the width and the length for the smallest box here is 1 millimeter times 1 millimeter. So if we change it to 0.5 millimeter, it will be 0.5 times 0.5 millimeter. Okay, to avoid confusion, let's stick to 1.0 millimeter. So the box will be 1.1 times 1 millimeter, and the larger box will be 10 millimeter times 10 millimeter, because we have 10 smaller box on it in it. Okay, and then if you can see here, we have some drop down menu where we have basic shapes, text and numbers, characters, connector, and so on. So this is actually all the pre-built object that Tinkercad has made. So for example, if we go to all, and then we scroll to page number 5, we have a cute heart, we have butterfly, we have spruce, we have mustache. This is all the pre-built object that Tinkercad have made. So let's jump back to basic shapes. So in basic shape, we have of course we have basic shapes. We have box, cylinder, sphere, roof, and so on. So how do we drag the objects to the work plane? So simply left click the object that you want, hold it and drag it up, just like that. We can drag cylinder, we can drag sphere, we can drag roof, or maybe text, you want to test it. uh, any object you want, you can drag it out. Okay, now I want to teach you on how to change the dimension of each object. For example, I want to change the dimension of this box. You can see that there's five small white box, right? For one for each corner and one from for the top. So if you click this small white small box here, and drag it, you can change the size. If you click the upper one, you can change the height, or you can just simply put the number you want. For example, I want the height to be 30 millimeters, so it will be 30 millimeters, and the width and length I want to be 20 times 20. So this is on how you change the dimension. But for me, I would like to use a ruler. Okay, so this is another function right here. We have a ruler. Just drag it out. When you drag the ruler out and you click the box that you want to change the dimension, it will appear all the 3 dimension all together, and then you can just click it and change the dimension that you want. Simple, right? Let's talk about the top menu right here. We have the left one and the right one. So let's talk about the left one first. This is some basic menu that you can do. For example, you can copy an object, you can paste an object, you can duplicate an object, or delete, undo and redo. So for example, if you want to make a duplicate of this object, you can just simply click the duplicate button, and then you already duplicate it. Or you can just you can click the copy and paste, and it will paste another duplicate of the object. Actually it is the same way, but for me I think duplicate is a lot easier. And then if you want to delete an object, you just simply click the delete button right here, or you can just press the delete button on your keyboard. And this is undo is for undo, and redo is for redo. Now let's move on to the top menu on the right side. So let's first select this roof object. We have a menu for grouping, ungrouping, to do aligning, and to mirror an object. So mirror is actually if you want to flip it, basically if you want to flip the object lah. So for example, I click the roof object and then I want to mirror it. There's three axes here, as you can see. If I want to mirror it on this axis, it will be flipped on this axis, as you can see here. This two will be the same because it is symmetrical. And then let's move it back. Okay. And then I want to teach you on how to do grouping. So grouping and ungrouping in Tinkercad, there's a certain concept that you need to understand. Okay, for example, in math, if you want to make the sum of 8, you will plus 4 plus 4 to make 8, right? And if you plus with negative number, you will subtract it, right? For example, if 8 plus negative 4, it will be 4, right? Well, the same concept applies on Tinkercad. For example, if I click the roof object right here, and then I change it to hole. So basically hole is a negative object, solid is a positive object. So if I click hole for the negative object, and then I click another object, how do I click both objects together? You must press the shift button. So you press the shift button and you can click two objects together. And then wait, I put it inside of the box, and then I want to group these two objects together. So let's recall 8 plus negative 4 equals to 4 because it's plus the negative number, meaning it subtract it. So it will subtract this part of the box. Let's see it will subtract the part the negative part of the box. How to undo it? You ungroup it, and then if you make this one plus a positive object, and this one is also a positive object, and you select both of the object and you group it, it will make into a more complex object. This is more like a foot, right? Okay, so that is the basic concept of grouping and ungrouping in Tinkercad. And then I want to teach you on the alignment. So let's ungroup this first. Okay, let's say that I want to put the roof on top of the box. So the first thing you need to do is to elevate the roof, right? So we know that the box height is 40, so we need to elevate the roof object to 40 upward, right? So in order to change that, we can use this arrow right here. We can drag it up, or we can just change the number right here. See the number right here, just change it to 30. Wait, this is 40, right? Sorry, my mistake. So change it to 40. And then how do I put it on top perfectly in the middle of this box? So that is where alignment menu comes in handy. So first you select both objects together, and then you select the alignment menu right here, and then you can either align it to the rooftop or to the box. So for me, I want to align it to the box, so I click the box first, and then there's a dot, right? So this is for three axes, x, y, and z. This is for the middle of x axis, this is for middle of y axis, and this is for the middle of z axis. So just change it to the center and center, and it will be on the center right here. And then I want to combine it, so I just select both of the object, and similar like the one that we did before, we just group it. It will make to a one new object. Some pro tips from me. Okay, for example, if you want to find something on maybe on the last page, right, and it will take a lot of time for you to scroll it page by page, so what you can do is, for example, I want to save this ellipse cone, so I can just click the star right here. So what the star do is actually it save your favorite object into a favorites category right here. So when you want to use it back, it will be on the favorite section, so you can just drag it out on your favorite section. Okay, so how do we rotate an object, right? So first you need to select the object that you want to rotate. So for example, I want to rotate this object, and then as you can see here, we have three point of rotation. For each axis we have x, y, and z. For example, if I want to rotate it on the x axis, I can just hold and drag the point right here, or I can just change the angle right here. So for example, I want to change it to 45, so it will be rotate to 45 degree, or I can just simply uh, rotate it by holding the by holds the point right here. Okay, that's it guys for the basic tutorial on how to use 3D designs, Tinkercad 3D designs. So I hope that you guys catch what I'm trying to teach you. Well, now I want you to make a key change, a name key change, each one of you in on the hands-on session after this. So I will show you step by step on how to use on how to make it, and maybe you can follow me or you can make it much better than me. So for my step, first I want to drag out the box and a cylinder. This is for the base for the kitchen, base of the kitchen. Okay, let's say okay, for easy dimension I will use ruler. Okay, let's say I want the height of the box to be 10 millimeters, and then the width will be 100, and then the length will be 50. For the cylinder, the height will be the same, 10. The width will be also the length will be also the same, 10. And okay, let's stick to 20. Okay, now I want to make the circle. I want to group the circle uh, on both end of the uh, box. So first I need to duplicate first. I just simply click the duplicate button right here, and then voila, I have a duplicate of this weird shape of cylinder. And then I need to do an alignment. So for this one, so this is 44 is uh, the length of the box from the point of the ruler. So I set it to 0, and then we know that the length of the box is 100, but I want to put it right here, right? So it will be in the middle of 20, so it will be 10, right? So this will be 100 minus 10, so it will be 90. Okay, and to align it, click these two box, right, two objects right here, and then click align, and I want it to align to the box. I click this one, and voila, it already aligned. Okay, and then I will do the same for this one. Okay, uh, the length in the I want to put this in the middle right here, right? So the middle of 20 is 10, so this is 0 right here, 0, and then minus 10, so it will be negative 10. And then I select these two objects together. I select a line and I align it to the boss, and then voila, it will be on the boss. It will align to the boss. So I will select all the objects together and group it. Voila. But I want to change the color to be maybe I want it to be blue. Yeah, blue. So this is the base of my kitchen, and then I want to it's called name kitchen, so we must put our name on it. So we go to text and we drag out text, and then I will put my name on it. So Kim, maybe Kim. Okay, now we know that the height of the base is 10, so we need to elevate this font to upper to 10 millimeter, right? So we can just change it to 10 millimeter, and then we align it, these two objects together on the base, middle and middle. See, and then maybe I want to make it bigger, so I can drag it bigger, and the alignment is now messed up, right? It's okay, we can align it again. Just do the same thing, align it in the middle and in the middle. Okay, this is actually kind of nice, and I think that the height of the font is a bit tall, so maybe I change it to 5 millimeter. Okay, that is nice. It is all up to your preference, because there's no perfect design, in this world, so you can do anything you want. So this is mine, and then we need to make a hole for the kitchen ring to go through, right? So we go back to basic shape and we go to cylinder, and maybe I will change it to 10 times 10 millimeter, and I will eyeball it. Maybe I want to make the hole maybe somewhere right here, and then align it to the middle. Okay, and change this cylinder to hole because we want to subtract the right, remember, right? And then we click this and this, and we group it. See, we already make a hole. Okay, now we can group these two things together. I want to make it blue, so we group it. Yeah, so this is my name kitchen. For example, I have made this one. I think this one is a little bit small, I think, but it's okay. It's just a 3D model. You can resize it also. You can do whatever you want. There's no perfect design, so you can literally do anything. So I want you to do this name kitchen in your hands-on session. Maybe some of you are a very creative one, so maybe you can make something better than mine. But this is just an example for you to know. And if you're done making a name kitchen, you can make another thing you want. Like for me, I already done a sliding gate, so this is my sliding gate. Sorry, it's a bit laggy because it's a bit heavy, I think. So if you can see, I use rack and pinion to move the gate. Then I have a support roller on the bottom and another support on the top. So this is my main box for the power and the brain. Arduino is inside of it, as you can see. So this is the mechanism of sliding gate that I've been working on. You can make anything out of Tinkercad. Yeah, you simply use your mind and your brain. If you're creative enough, you can make, maybe you can make an Iron Man mask or anything. Okay, I think that's all for me. Thank you very much for listening to my hands-on session. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.